What is up? How y'all feeling? Check in. Let me know you're in. Don't come into nobody's living room and don't speak. As my grandparents would say. You don't come into nobody's living room and you don't speak, you don't say hi, you don't say nothing. Let's see who we got in. One Journey, thank you so much for being here, being a moderator. Shelby X9J, hello. Reg 10 Inner Robinson, hello. How are you all doing? I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Good evening, and everything is Christopher Sims. I'm catching up now on Deontay's reviews. Let me see what he said. I'm catching up now. Did anyone catch you when Bethany called Sharper and book trash? Yeah. You know, that storyline is cringy to me. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I cover it, but it's cringy to me. God is London, thank you for being in the chat and moderating as well. Latoya Alexander, one of my Carolites. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Also, Chris, what you got? The belittling of Larry along with the name calling and disregard of Brooke's mom in front of the child isn't good. I have a plot twist. The principal calls family services and Deontay show. Y'all try to throw me in these skits somewhere in some way, shape, or form. I love that though. And Deontay shows up. Listen, if y'all listen, y'all got to understand something. When you make your voices heard, people listen. So if you want to see Deontay in Kountry Wayne skit in some way, shape, or form, y'all know how to find Kountry Wayne. Let him know who your boy is and tell him y'all want to see him on here. It's a lot of content. If you want to see me act a fool, I can act a fool. But you know, if y'all want to see me on Kountry Wayne, that would be fun though. I don't know if I would still be able to do these reviews no more because it's gonna be like a conflict of interest. But you know, Deontay is the caseworker. Kountry Wayne, are you listening? D needs to show up in some capacity. What y'all think? Those other little girls need a caseworker. Yeah, they need to. Especially as a probation officer who recently retired, I could definitely tell you some things about how to deal with these kids, you know, and potential stuff like that in the system and all of that. Kirsten, it sounds like a great idea. Deontay would be excellent. I still would like to see myself as Anthony's brother. Same father, different mother. I think that would be a very dramatic storyline. I think that would be a very dramatic storyline that would be good. And it would definitely probably catapult if they allow me at least a small midget of creative, you know, ability, it would definitely catapult that storyline. No, I'm still holding on to it. So here's my thing. I think the Anthony Amber storyline still has a lot of potential, and it's a lemon that has not been squeezed to its fullest potential just yet. So I believe that I would be able to, man, if they gave me some creative ability, I believe I'll be able to do it. Let's see who else we got in here. Sabrina Hogan, 4457. Welcome. And do me a favor. Wherever you from, type where you from. Because I want to know who watching me. Because I know I got 12,000 subscribers, and I don't know sometimes where y'all are watching from. So wherever y'all are from, let me know where y'all watching from. One of my Carolites, Perfect Me 86. You ain't missed much of nothing. I just got on. And sorry for my tardiness. Y'all know, listen. So I'm doing these Kountry Wayne reviews full-time. This is my full-time job. Along with, you know, church and passion, all this stuff. And let me tell y'all something. I know a storyline that I feel like is popping right now is this Noel storyline with Noel, Kelvin, and Dalen. I don't understand. Like, listen, I told y'all before, Noel is like mind you, the character Noel, she like a Shayla 5.0. She like a Shayla 5. I don't care what nobody say. She like a Shayla 5.0, Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Did I talk her up? Did I talk her up? Did I talk her up?
What an introduction, right?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Noel from the Kountry Wayne Skits.
How y'all doing?
What is up?
Hola, hola. Thank you for having me.
First of all, welcome to Deontay's Reviews. Welcome, and thank you for coming on. First and foremost, I don't know if a lot of people know this. So, Noel is your middle name? Is that your first or middle name?
That's my middle name because there can only be one Amber. My real name is Amber. Hey, everyone in the comments is like, why does she wear that A on her necklace?
It's because her first name is Noel. Listen, I got one question. I said if I ever got a chance to talk to Noel, I want to ask her. That song, Karma. That's not me. It's not you. I said, I don't know why. When I heard you sing, I said, that sounds like Noel. I said, is that Noel?
So many people in the comments were like, is that from them? I'm like, I don't know what song I'm talking about.
I was one of the ones that said it was you. I was one of the ones that said that gotta be Noel. Because it sounded like her a little bit. So first of all, welcome. So a lot of people, some people don't know who you are. I mean, you're kind of new into the Kountry Wayne skit universe. But so where are you from? How did you get your start? Have you always been acting? Like, how did you get your start in Kountry Wayne skit lane?
Well, I'm from Maryland.
Stop.
From Maryland. She's a DMV girl, born and raised.
What part? We having a DMV conversation.
Montgomery County.
Okay, you a Moco.
Gaithersburg, Germantown, all of that.
I'm from Southeast. Grew up in Northeast and River Terrace.
Okay.
But I live in Waldorf. So you family.
Family. So yeah, but I moved to Atlanta when I turned about 19, and I lived in California, did all the things, industry stuff, and then Amber and I have been friends on Instagram for years, but I'd never met her in person. I knew about the skits, had maybe seen one or two. And then she had a post and she was like, oh, I'm just looking for some actors for this and that. So I was like, she probably already found somebody, but I hit her. And she was like, oh my God, I forgot about you. And so she brought me and Keisha in, and our first day of meeting was our first day of filming. So when y'all met us, that first skit with Daylin, that was my first day meeting Daylin, first day meeting Amber, my first day meeting Keisha. So we were just thrown in there. And you better find some chemistry somewhere and act like y'all been friends, all this time, and all the things.
Was that your first? Is this your first acting? Like,
my biggest one, yes. I did like small things, like a Tubi movie earlier this year, stuff like that, like smaller roles. But I used to always pray and be like, God, I really want to get into acting because, with music, I had all the connects, could do whatever. But I was like, I really want to try my hand at acting. I just don't know who, how, and when, So when the opportunity came up, I'm like, let's do it.
Libertina 23, she's one of, so let me let you know. My followers, my last name is Carol. So my followers are called Carolites.
Yes.
So Libertina 23, she's one of my Carolites. She said you and Keisha have a lot of chemistry. And you literally just said that you had just met everybody.
Day one.
But you could just kind of tell. And I remember that skit. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was like, oh Lord. I said, what they about to get Daylin into?
Right. Who are these girls? What do they want? I'm like, I don't even know what I want. I was like, I don't even know what Noel wants right now.
So from day one up until now, like, how does it feel being in the Kountry Wayne universe? Can you go places and people recognize who you are? Can you still go incognito? Like, what?
That's a thing now. My first encounter with that, I was at the airport. Actually, I was flying to Kansas City, and I'm just left from filming, minding my business, not thinking nothing of it. And my castmates, Daylin specifically, he warned me. He was like, "They're gonna recognize you." I'm like, "No, they not." So I get to the airport, get to TSA, all the TSA. Oh, you that girl from the skits? Oh, come on through this line. I was like, okay, I'll take the perks. I will take it. Thank you. But yeah, like, you know, recognize at the store, the dentist office, all the things. So it's
Preferential treatment, extra fries at Wendy's and Burger
right.
King and McDonald's, an extra biscuit with some honey at Popeyes, just
all of that.
So how is the skits changed your life? You know, and I know we talked about like you get recognized more, but how has this changed your life, your career? Because you sing too, right? So
Yeah.
how has this changed your life?
You know what? Just connecting with everybody, like just getting to meet all the cast and all that stuff, and just building friendship relationships with people. You know, the pay is great. No, but I mean, honestly, it just provides another platform for me. You know what I mean? Like just to be seen by millions, almost a billion. I think Wayne had posted almost a billion views in like 28 days or something crazy. So our platform is very unique. It is definitely a blessing to be a part of the family. It's just, yeah, it's dope. Like everybody is dope in real life. You know what I mean? It's like a family.
So your character. Now, so one of the things we know how to do here, we know how to separate the character from the actual person.
Ooh, yeah.
Who plays the character, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes y'all play it so good. Like I remember before I started this channel, I would have to remind myself when Amber was doing what she was doing with Wayne, I was like, Deontay is just a skit. This ain't really Amber. Like right. This. And so I'm gonna tell you something. You grind my gears in these skits. I'm
doing my job. I'm doing my job.
Angelina came on here some months ago. Brody was on here some months ago. Mm-hmm. I told Angelina to your face, I can't stand you. I can't. Stand you. Shayla too. And you are doing your job, and I feel like your storyline is one of the ones, whether people realize it or not, is up there with that Anthony Amber storyline. That and I've been saying that the last couple of days because Shayla was one thing, but your character,
she's like a whole nother crazy level. Like it never stops. It never stops.
And so look. So one of my followers said this. You know you're a good actor because we be mad at you.
Right.
So let me ask you. So what is, because see, I think, you know, y'all are kind of developing these characters as y'all go along.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I guess up until this point, what are some misconceptions that people don't understand about Noel that they probably should?
You know what? If I could defend Noel just a little bit. You know what? I think Noel gets caught up in just the people pleasing. Like she just wants everybody to like her. You know, she wants to appease people she don't even have no business talking to. You know, even with Carter and all that and going on a trip and then Kelvin. It's just, you know, I think she means well. She means well. She just doesn't make the right decisions.
She don't make the right decisions. So do you? I'm really feeling that Kelvin and Noel gonna end up being together long term, and it's gonna come out. This is my theory. I'm just gonna throw my theory out there. Once Noel and Kelvin get exposed, Kelvin and Noel gonna be together, and Keisha and Daylin gonna be together. That's just my theory. And once everybody get over it, they're gonna be fine. It's gonna be a kumbaya thing.
Right.
But what I'm loving about your character is the backstory that we are beginning to see. Your dad, Mr. Lil Jon, who is hilarious.
Right? Don't you love him?
So let me ask you this. Between Noel, Daylin, Kelvin, Keisha, when you come on set, who's the funniest out of all four of them that
you know what's funny? I actually filmed with Keisha earlier today. Daylin is actually really funny. He's funnier than y'all even know, than he even shows. He is very funny. I have said to him, like, why are you not doing stand-up? Like, he's quick with it with Keisha. Like, you think they're banter. Like, he just, to me, him and Keisha are like neck and neck with the funny, for sure. But he's actually very funny.
So, okay. So what's a typical skit day for you? Like the filming? Do you film every day? Is it once a week? Like how do you, because I think everybody, and even when I talked to Angelina, she told me a little bit about her schedule, but I think everybody's schedule is different. So
different. Yeah.
What is it like filming? How often do you film? You know, and the more your character gets popular, do you film more? Like, what is?
So, Amber, you know, she writes our story.
Okay.
He is one of the producers that allows us to kind of, you know, have like a little say. Like we'll hop on a call with her sometimes, and just throw out ideas, you know, and just kind of feed off each other. So that's always exciting that we get to actually be a part of, you know, some of the writing process and all that. You know, my character did grow kind of fast. So it's been, yeah, it's been very fast since I am super new still. But you know, we don't really have like specific days that we film. We do film a lot during the week. Like, you know, I'm filming probably every day this week just because we're coming up on holiday and all that. So yeah, with Kountry Wayne comes a lot of just, you know, multitasking and making sure you're on top of real life stuff. If you have a job, if you have a business, if you know, just to balance everything that's real. But yeah, so filming, we'll get there. We do film a lot at Dalen's house or at Keisha's place. You know, sometimes we'll go out into the world and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, you're seeing us in real, like each other's real homes and stuff like that. So
how much say do you have as it relates to your character? Because I would imagine the more your character grows, the more popular she's become, in my opinion, right? Like I feel like your character is on the rise, and just the stuff that we see Noel doing. So how much are you involved in the creative process? Does Amber or the producer, do they allow you to have any play in the storyline, or you just got to go with the flow of whatever?
Yeah, you know what? There's been times where I didn't necessarily want to do things, but I did it, and because it, you know, it takes us forward. Because you know, it's hard to in real life. You're like, I wouldn't do that, but then you're like, but what would Noel do, right? So it's like that whole split almost feeling. But yeah, Amber is very gracious with that. Like she does allow us to have you know, an input, you know what I mean? It may or may not get used, but you do have a voice, you know, within our group. You have a voice for sure. And it's honestly fun to write because now we're in a place where we kind of got the ball rolling. You know, you add in some Carter here, you know, you add in, you know, just like my dad and like all these different things that now that we're growing as a storyline, we have a lot to play with. So
now how was that adding Carter into the role? Was that a difficult of an adjustment to make, or was that comfortable for you in terms of, you know, we finding out that there was a point that Noel liked girls, and then the whole thing with like Noel just all over the place, and it's like, man, what?
Oh yeah. No, I honestly was open to it. I had heard about Carter. I didn't know her before, but I had heard of her, you know, the whole Atlanta scene and all that. But I was excited to work with her. She's a great actress in real life, and she's been a joy to work with. She's actually a really cool person. And she's been super open to even just how, you know, some of the dialogue between my dad and her, you know, just kind of shedding light on that community, I think is also important on such a platform. You know, like why shy away from it? Because it's real life and there are people that come from that world, you know? So
here's a good question from Jorenna Brown. Are the skits filmed in one take? Do y'all have to go back and refilm? Like with
Sometimes we hit it right on the head. But there are times when we do it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And yeah, it's actually harder when there's more people. So like those skits where you see all of us, those kind of take time because you got to know your points and then hit, you know, your beat and all that. But so we'll run it a few times, but we do have some one take wonders on there. Like, you know, naturally I've filmed so much with Dalen and I can normally knock something out in one take.
You with Dalen, I'll be screaming at the screen like, boy, if this Simple Simon gonna wake up and just smell the coffee. So the other part that I guess I want to ask you is, you know, who's your favorite to work with? Because I know you work with Dalen, you work with Kelvin, you work with Carter, you work with Ari. Am I pronouncing her name right?
Ari.
Ari. So who do you love to work with the most? Like, who, you know, when I get with this person, I know we're gonna milk this scene.
Yeah. I have different reasons for everybody.
Okay. Give them to me.
So I love working with Kelvin because he's a lot like me. Like he just wants to get it done. Like, okay, what we doing? We're in and we're out. Like he's gonna be, let's go. Keisha's bringing the jokes, the fun stories.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun stories behind the scenes. Dalen's going to bring the jokes. I will say Dalen, for me, as an actress, he made it very easy for me to just kind of improvise and just go with it because he's really good at conversation. Like he can hold a conversation with anyone about anything. And next thing you know, you've been talking, we have to hit that 3-minute mark.
Yeah.
So he makes it very easy to get to that 3 minutes when we're filming for sure. And Carter's always fun. She's always easy too.
It sounds like there's a lot of improvising that you all kind of have to do.
Yeah.
There's no, well, I know from what Angelina said, so is it the same with you all? There's no script, like word for word. Do you all get like a theme or idea and y'all just got to go for it?
Yeah, so we'll write out the skits. We'll do like a handful or however many.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of have an idea of what we're doing. Sometimes Amber will add in some things. But if you know the story, it's easy to talk, right? It's easy to just get into character. So if you know your storyline, if you know your character, you can say anything. We'll have the points, and she'll kind of guide us on where we need to make sure you say this at this point or whatever. But this is at the top of the dome, So if you know your story, if you built your character, we know the title of the skit, and there you go.
I would imagine that improvising is harder because you got to kind of be sharp and on the fly, versus where if you got a script, oftentimes the director would be like, you got to stick to the script. Where if you have a director that's like, I want you to say the script, but I want you to also just add something to it that's going to define the character. I take my hat off to y'all because y'all are doing this improvising. You're making it on the fly almost into a sense.
Yeah.
With Noel's, we see Noel's backstory unraveling before our eyes. And today, now mind y'all, Caroline, there's some reviews of Noel. I didn't get a chance to post yet. I was supposed to.
It's so funny. I always was watching you. I was watching your reviews. I swear to you, I was watching your reviews. So when it was like a full circle moment, I was like, oh, but he don't like me. He don't like my character, y'all.
So let me ask you, how long have you been watching Deontay's reviews?
It's been about a month.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think it was like around the time like you started caring, like you really started to like take notice of our story around like Florida, all that. Yeah.
Florida. Listen. So let me ask you this. What was your first reaction to Deontay's reviews? Because everybody has a reaction. So I've heard Angelina's, I've heard Brody's. So what was your first initial
reaction? I loved it. I just always get excited that people care about our story. Because when I tell you, when we started, man, we almost got cut. No one really liked us like that because they didn't know us. And so we had to genuinely brick by brick build our story. Like our engagement was not engaging. So believe it or not, we almost got cut early on, very, very early on. And so we had to bring the heat.
So then let me ask you this, because I'm not the only review page, right? I'm one of the ones. I only started this in May. But shout out to O'Neill TV. He's been doing it way longer than I have. Vaughn from Vaughn Voice Views, Miss B Review. There's a lot of Riri. There's a lot of us that do the Kountry Wayne skit review.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I guess, how important do you think the role is of the Kountry Wayne reviewers? Do they help the franchise?
It's very important because you're pushing something that maybe somebody that watches your reviews, they haven't really checked out our story yet. Maybe they just like a certain story, but because of your review, brings them over to click on us. Yeah. So yeah, y'all are definitely needed and appreciated because I honestly, genuinely loved watching yours. I would like cackle. Like I don't get offended by the
Please don't, because it's never personal.
I encourage it because it's authentic. It's how you feel, and that's the whole point of it is to get that emotion out of people. So I love it. I think it's great.
This is a whole niche that I didn't even realize. I did this out of fun. To be honest, when I started this, and it was because I was always putting my recaps or like reviews on my Instagram stories. And some of the actors would follow me from Instagram, but then I was like, it would be so much better if people could see my initial reaction when I watched it. And so I'd never forget when y'all first started, I was like, Lord, what is happening here? And then that Florida trip, I think it really kind of picked up for me, was like, oh, this finna. And now with the whole pregnancy thing, the way Noel going, you treacherous.
Today was pregnancy test day. You are treacherous. I go watch those skits today.
No, listen, I did the reviews from you and Kelvin. I have to put them up. I didn't have time to put them up. Because like I said, life be life, and I had to go run and get my daughter before I came on to do that. So where would you like to see Noel go with the character? Where is there an area that you would like for Noel to explore?
It's hard to say because there's just so much going on. It really could go either way anyway. I just know, it's a lot. It's a lot. I honestly, I don't even know. I don't know. It's endless. Like there's so many possibilities with her character, with her. I don't know. Maybe y'all have some ideas. So, I honestly don't feel like she's redeemable in terms of like, you just did too much,
Listen, if Amber's character can be redeemable, because Amber didn't come in as no angel. She didn't come in. Amber Dalton, Amber Dalton. She did not come in speaking in tongues.
Right.
She did not come in hakabashata.
Right.
She didn't come in like that.
Mm-hmm.
She came in a little treacherous. So if Amber can be redeemable, I think Noel can be redeemable. If put in the right situation and put through the fire long enough, I think she can. Man, if Shayla can get a baller,
right. Shayla can winning, okay?
If Shayla can sleep with her best friend's husband and be on the up and up, and Noel got Carter, got Kelvin, got Dalen. And got Tim. I'm just making up characters.
Right.
She can be redeemable. She can be redeemable. So let me ask you. So do you watch all of the other storylines or just yours?
You know what? Not all of them, but I do have like a couple that I do keep up with and like. Mm-hmm.
Which one is the favorite one outside of your skits?
You know what? I used to really be into. I liked Melissa and Mike together.
You did?
I did. I was sad that they broke up.
I ain't like them together.
I was sad that they broke up. I feel like I came in on like the tail end of their relationship when things started to hit just get real complicated. Uh-huh. But I liked them. Who else have I been watching? I've been working so much. I'm like, I like Bethany. Bethany is always their storyline.
Bethany is triggering sometimes.
Their storyline is always funny. And what's her name? Shara's accent. I love her accent. But it was very fun.
You talking about Whitley Gilbert?
You're right. We went to the Kountry Wayne, his comedy show. Mm-hmm. And so I got to meet a lot of the cast there, the ones that I hadn't seen. So yeah, everyone was super cool. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I try to keep up with some of the other storylines.
So we know you sing. Would you like to see Noel's ability to sing showcase more in the skits?
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. We tried to in the at the studio, a little tough. But yeah, there's always room to go back to the studio. And I really want to put some of the music. It's tough because you just like with copyright and all the things with music, it just gets a little tough in the studio. Mm-hmm. So figuring that out and how to make it make sense in real life to even put a song out from the skits. Yeah.
When did you realize that you could sing? Because some actors and famous people, they knew they could sing at 5. They was 2 years old singing in the church somewhere, singing. When did you realize you could sing, and how did you mature that gift to sing? Was it?
It's funny. I grew up really shy. Like I didn't even want to talk to family. I didn't see every day.
They would not want to invite you to the cookout.
If I didn't know you, I don't know you. But I always would perform for family, like at my grandmother's house. I would line them up, make them sit down and just watch me perform. 4 or 5 years old, have my favorite songs, all the things, perform in the mirror, make up dances and songs with my friends. But I did not really take that leap until I was about 17. And so my mom and I lived in Arizona for some time. So I was like, let's go to LA. I want to record. And so she just, she believed in me, and I recorded my first record at 17 in LA. And, just kind of went from there, networked and all the things, and met some pretty cool people out there and just stayed in contact. So when I finally moved to Atlanta, I was able to kind of maneuver out here. So yeah, music has always been a part of me. I was in a girl group overseas at a young age. Yeah, I lived in Sweden for like 4 months. So a lot of this stuff was like international for me. But yeah, music will always be there for me.
So Christopher Sims, he asked a question. He's one of my Carolites. He said, how was it working with Brittany, especially since you were relatively new in the skits?
Brittany's cool. Brittany was very nice to me. I think in the beginning it was kind of like, who's this new girl, but yeah, Brittany was very nice. It was definitely a shift while we, had to figure out and navigate how to get that story together, because it was essentially a newer storyline. We kind of pivoted from what did we do? We started with the podcast and all that stuff. So we just found a way to kind of bring her into that for a little while. Yeah. But it was nice working with Brittany. But I could tell she was kind of territorial with her day. That's her day.
So you're a singer. I'm gonna ask you this twofold question. First one is, who is your Mount Rushmore of singers?
Okay. We're gonna go Whitney, obviously.
Okay.
Mariah.
I don't know why I knew you was gonna say Whitney. I don't know why.
Yeah, Whitney, Mariah, Toni Braxton.
Okay. From Maryland.
And Beyonce.
Okay. Who would you like to work with?
Beyonce. Call me queen. No, yeah, I love Beyonce. I love Chris Brown. I love Usher. Glorilla actually works up at the studio that I work out of, so that's always fun to see her.
Ooh, Glorilla.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to acting, who's your Mount Rushmore? Who inspires you when it comes to acting? Like,
Angela Bassett.
Okay.
That's tough. I never really thought about that. Oh, you know who I do like? Y'all gonna think I'm crazy because this is so far left. Robin Thicke's wife. What is her name?
Paula Patton.
Paula Patton. I know it's so left, but she's just like one of those. She's not like the greatest actress, but she's like, I don't know. She's just her. Like, she just seems like she's just natural with her acting. Like, she's not really acting. So I always like her movies. I don't know, y'all. This is hard.
This is my wife, by the way, Graceful Mimi. She said,
"Hello, Miss Graceful Mimi."
Yeah. This is very interesting. Would you like to write more, or would you prefer acting when it comes to?
I do enjoy having a say so in. It's like, what kind of happens? What kind of happens with? Sorry, I just got the funniest text, but I do enjoy writing. I do enjoy that part, like the behind the scenes stuff, keeping us organized. Because I'm just like that. So I am super hands-on behind the scenes, and I try to be as helpful as I can. So writing is definitely part of what I like to do.
They want to know, Noel, what is Noel's plans next? I mean, do you have any projects lined up? Do you have albums coming out, EPs? What outside of Kountry Wayne Skits, what do you have your hands in?
So I own a 3D 4D ultrasound business. So I look at babies. So if you're ever in Georgia and you want to see your baby, come to where I'm at.
It's called an actual ultrasound company.
So it's called See Me Mommy 4D.
Oh.
So if you're in Georgia or like the neighboring states, come see your girl. For your baby. I have 3 albums out. You guys can go check that out. It's on Apple Music or wherever you listen to your music under Amber Noel. You can find all 3 albums. I am planning on putting out a single. It's just the timing. I got to figure that out. Because I just haven't been in artist mode lately. But yeah, I have that going on.
This is one of the things that I'm curious. So one of the villains in Kountry Wayne Skit Lane is Angelina, right? And Angelina talked about, because her character is so hated, because she's like the bad girl, bad one. She does get a lot of hate mail from people. Your character is going that way.
Yeah, so, hate mail is real.
So while you have said that people recognize you and there are people that are nice, have you ever had any experiences where people weren't as nice or they couldn't differentiate Noel from Kountry Wayne from Amber Noel? Like,
only on social media. Social media is like hide behind the, that kind of hate mail. But in person, everyone has been so nice and so kind and so loving. When we were in Florida, we actually got recognized when we were out to eat as a group, and like me and some of my castmates, we went out a couple of weeks ago. We got recognized. It's always so fun. Like the fans are always super loving in real life, like in person. Like they just can't believe. It's almost like they can't believe we're sitting right there, and then we're all together. Like, and then you can tell when it clicks. Like, oh, the skits aren't real. Like, okay, they can actually hang out, and so the love is always real in person.
Does Wayne ever come to you all when you all film? And if so, is there any pressure when he comes on the set?
No, he doesn't come on set for us. Only because it's Amber's production. I know he does pay attention to, the skits and obviously like the direction, stuff like that. Him and his team definitely, keep an eye out on that. But no, he doesn't come to set. Maybe soon though. Maybe one day. That'd be dope.
So recently we've seen Tamara's character kind of cross over the bridge and go from the West Side, his storyline, and now we see her with Wayne. And so it's interesting to see that storyline and to see them work together. Who would you like to work with in the skits that you haven't worked with?
I would love to work with Amber and Anthony and like kind of intertwine that world.
You know what? They got a birthday party coming. The birthday party. And it's ironic because somebody said it in here. I can see Noel and Shady Shayla as buddies that understand each other. You know what?
You little petty now. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe Shayla, shoot, Wayne. I'm open to anybody, really.
But I think he on to something. You and whoo.
Shady Shayla. Ooh. Can you imagine now if Noel and Shayla link? That is a link.
That's a link I don't even know we would be ready for. I don't know who would
be ready for that.
I don't know who would be. Who do you? So you know what I've said? I said that Noel is Shayla 5.0. Right. Who do you think is worse, Noel or Shayla, and why?
I think Noel has done more dirt, especially in a short amount of time. Yeah. I think Shayla's dirt is concentrated. Mine is a little scattered. So I'm sure Noel's is worse. For sure.
Do you think that there are actually people who act like Noel, or is her character over exaggerated, or are there people that just like?
Yeah, I do think there are people like Noel. Maybe not like to the T, but for sure like that manipulative, kind of just doing whatever and just kind of making it a lifestyle, of just how to manipulate people in their world. Like, people do that every day. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of narcissism going on, blaming, no accountability.
I wonder, does Noel have some childhood trauma that kind of contributes to why she acts the way she does? Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to men, Kelvin, Dalen, and then the whole thing with Carter and the prom thing. That was interesting. You know, because there are stories like that.
Yeah.
Know, where children in their teens may have been secretive about their sexuality, and that was a whole thing. The parents not accepting or casting them away. And so I think that there's something to be said there because those are real situations. And so my question, I guess, is how important was it for you to help demonstrate that in the skits? Because those are real stories that happen. Like I've known people.
Yeah, shedding light on that as a whole was super important. It's because, but you know, honestly, on this kind of a platform, it's a thin line between, you know, are we promoting it or are we just shedding light? You know, so it's been a tightrope, but I think we did a really good job just kind of explaining and just giving a history of Noel and where she comes from and why she is the way she is, you know, and just, you know, showing her dad and how, you know, he's over here and then you got a black daughter and like how do we make all this, you know, a thing? But I feel like we did a good job, you know, kind of just shedding light on that, the LGBTQT community.
Somebody's asking that Noel has to treat Dalen good.
All right.
What happened to Noel's mama? Was that has that not been explored yet?
I'll have to wait and see.
What was funny to me was your dad and Dalen's mom.
Oh yeah, right? Mama Regina, my daddy.
I was like, this could work if Noel and Dalen actually break up.
Right.
Like, that might be able to work. That might be able to work. But I mean, you know, so how were you all able to cast your dad, Mr. Littlejohn? Did you meet him the first day of filming too, like you did?
I did, but we had like we were on a call and we had looked at a couple potentials, and Amber, you know, did the whole reaching out and all the things, and you know, Mr. Littlejohn, he's been super fun to work with. He's always pleasant. Nothing bad to say about him. Yeah, he actually was a trooper for wearing the hat. You know, that was a big thing, right? Because he's not like that. So us bringing the hat for him to wear, he actually was like, okay, like hopefully no one will try to hurt me in real life. We're like, no, you're okay. So, but I do love the fact that the audience seems to have really they really like him. Like you guys really like him and enjoy him, and you know his character is translating very well on the skits.
So who do you think Noel loves more, Kelvin or Dalen? This is Amber Noel looking at the skits. This ain't Noel. This is Amber Noel looking at the skits.
You know, it's hard to say because I think in the emotional space, Kelvin in the beginning was like super like there in those moments for Noel, you know, like Dalen and Noel kind of struggled emotionally. Like it was like a lot of ups and downs, you know, like we're good and then we're not. And then like that Florida trip, all the things with Brittany.
Yo, Mr. Daily Sweat is in the comment. Mr. Daily Sweat is in the comment. He's asking, who you love, Noel? Who you love? Huh?
Oh my God. Daily, I can't with you right now.
Who you love?
Of course. So I think I think Noel genuinely loves Dalen. I do. I think Noel got caught up with Kelvin on that emotional aspect, and it didn't work out that way, you know? Just didn't work out on an emotional scale. But you know, is Kelvin really that invested in Noel? Like, is he invested in anyone other than himself? You know, those are the questions you have to ask yourself.
I don't know if Kelvin, I think Kelvin done fell for Noel, to be honest. I think he done fell in love to the point where he ready to tell it. Just listen. So you know what your storyline between you, Keisha, Kelvin and Dalen, which y'all remind me of? Y'all remind me of the 2025 kind of version of Martin. With the 4 friends.
Yeah.
But with a little bit more of a twist to it. Because Dalen and Keisha give Pam and Martin vibes. Oh, oh my Lord. Listen, when they crack on each other, it's just like,
yeah. And those are real. Those aren't like tell you what to say. Those are like they just off rip. The other one doesn't know what the other one's gonna say ever.
I'll be looking at them too. I'll be looking at them too because I'll be like, they look like they want to break character so bad, but it's like it's just hilarious. I think she talked about his shirt one time, his headline, and then he was talking about the braids. But no, y'all do remind me of what we saw in the 90s with young relationships, young couples trying to figure it out. So how important is that in 2025, when we're looking at y'all's storyline in terms of young couples and the different challenges we see with young couples in 2025? Because I think y'all do a great job, painting that out.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. It's a different world now, for sure, from the 90s, Martin, Gina, and all, Pam and all that. It's a totally different world. The toxic nature of our storyline, though, we shed light on a lot of things. To me, I don't feel like anything we've done is not possible. I think it's life. It's 2025. Anything's possible, But I love our storyline. I feel like it's like our little baby. We've grown it from the ground up, literally brick by brick. Every one of us have had to really hone in on who we want our character to be. What do we represent? And how can we grow from there? There's so much room for Noel to grow. And I think that'll be important in the long run on like, dang, we remember when Noel came around and she was this, I feel like that I can grow, y'all. Noel can grow. Don't lose hope.
Listen, a lot of us, and I remember a lot of the followers were trying to figure you and Keisha out. Because at first, I don't know if you were paying attention to this, a lot of people thought you and Keisha were lovers, secret lovers at a point. So to see that to be something totally different, and I think the more we see your backstory is, for me, because I enjoy storylines and stuff like that, I can appreciate the backstory a lot, when it comes to a character.
Yeah.
We thought Keisha liked girls. That's
why it was funny. It was a surprise when it was like, oh wait, that was Noel the whole time. Like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's why. And then like even when it was the whole, I'm a virgin thing, right? That was really when everybody was like, what did she just say? I just thought she was about to say she's a man. Like, there's no way this girl is a virgin.
Hey, Dalen, I know you in the comment. They said you left Noel's virgin card.
No one believed it. Noel was genuinely, y'all, a virgin. Come on now.
Miss B from Miss B's review, she does Kountry Wayne skit reviews. She said we need Dalen to win. We need him to take a win. So is it possible for Dalen to win with Noel, or is Noel holding him back from all he could possibly be?
We'll have to find out and see.
Lord,
I think anything's possible, though. I think anything's possible.
Do you see yourself going into movies and sitcoms and TV, or is this where you want to stay?
Yeah, I would love to do movies for sure. Yeah, movies. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, we do. Candace said we love a good backstory. It helps you to understand the character more. This is what I've always said about Kountry Wayne skits, is that when they bring new characters in, especially the ones that are like the nemesis for the baby face character, we always initially can't stand the character initially. But once the storyline changes to a different route and we begin to see the backstory, we begin to fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And I say that because I watched the pattern with Mike. When Mike came in, it was Mike against Wayne fighting for Roe. And then we begin to love Mike. D from the West Side, same thing. And then once the storyline changed, we begin to love him, and many Ty, same thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like with Noel, the way she in now, a lot of us we can't. I'm gonna have to get a T-shirt made. I can't stand Noel. I got one for Angelina in my mind. I can't stand Angelina. and the one for Noel is Noel triggers me. Noel
triggered. Okay, triggered.
But I do believe that over time, I think people will begin to love Noel and have a different level of appreciation for Noel's character. I think because sometimes when you get to know a person's why and know, because see, where there's smoke, there's fire. Mm-hmm. So when you get to the root of the fire, you begin to fall in. You be like, I now understand you. Now I know why you act like this.
Right.
But Noel needs therapy. Listen. What's her insurance? What's her insurance? Is it Blue Cross, Blue Shield? Is it Aetna? She got for some therapy because she toxic.
Baby, you know going through
it. Man, mind. She toxic.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Angela Thomas said, "Are you on any Tubi movies?"
Yes. Yeah, my brain is so like right now. I did a movie. It dropped. I want to say February, March. It was like a crime movie. It was supposed like they had changed the title. It's like a horror. I was a news reporter. I'm gonna have to look it up.
In the movie.
Yeah, it was a news reporter, a news anchor. It's like a killer thriller.
Okay.
The director, Booker was a director. Yeah, I'm like right now, but yes, I did a Tubi movie. It was a great experience. I would love to get into that whole world, though. Honestly, truly, like it was so much fun being on set. It's a lot different than on set for Kountry Wayne, but yeah, movies is for sure.
I really like Noel initially. Honestly, can't stand. I can't stand it now.
I don't blame you, Jennifer.
Noel, the way you deflect during conversations is masterful. Are you like that in real life? So that's a good question. How much of Noel is Amber? You know
what? I think the way I've had to have my brain think super quick, because what I'm doing is not justifiable, right? Like in the grand scheme of things, what is your excuse? Why did you do that? So you have to kind of know, you in your mind, you have to feel right. Mm-hmm. So how do I justify Noel? I have to make it make sense. Yes, an unusual suspect.
That's the name of the Tubi movie.
How do you know that?
Listen, so
you're actually correct. Okay.
My followers, they do their homework now. Check me out. Listen, you got to understand, these fans and my followers, they do their homework. And
wow.
So when we watch these skits, we kind of combing it with a fine tooth comb.
I am thoroughly impressed right now. Like, wait, how do you know that? But yes, an unusual suspect. Yes. Mm-hmm. But you know what? In my mind, I just go into how would someone try to justify their bad behavior? We've all been kids. We've all had to be masterminds of, before I get in trouble, what can I say so I don't get in trouble, so I don't get beat? So that's where my mind goes. How can you justify it? How can you justify bad behavior? But no, I'm not like that in real life. No, I'm not. I just kind of, I know how to use, right. I just know how to use my mind real quick, y'all. But also it helps to know the story. So like when you go in and then the next thing, the story writes itself, really.
The people want to know where they can find you. I ain't gonna lie to you, because when I tried to find you, I was looking up Noel, but then shout out to Scott. Scott told me, he was like, wait a minute, it ain't Noel. It's Amber Noel. So he told me.
Amber Noel with 3 underscores. So AMBER NOEL ___. Right.
So are you on Instagram, TikTok?
Mm-hmm. With TikTok, all that. Amber Noel Music on TikTok, Instagram, yeah. Mm-hmm. Amber Noel with 3.
Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, Amber Noel. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Shout out, because so Scott is my cousin's husband. So yes, and so when he sent me your link, I was like, oh, I already watch him. So yes, shout out to my cousins.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not sparing Noel. I know you did this interview with me and you came in. I'm not sparing Noel.
No, please don't.
Noel,
listen, I need to hear your authentic review. Please, no, I'm not offended.
Noel is gonna hit. Matter of fact, you gonna hit me pop on Noel even after this. But
quiet as kept, this next batch, y'all gonna be gagged, honey. Prepared to be gagged.
Listen, how often are you in the Maryland area? How often do you come and visit?
I'll probably be not for Thanksgiving, maybe possibly around Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. When you get here, let us know, because me and the wife, we got to link up with you.
Yes.
Because we know you ain't evil like Noel.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to tell Noel about it. So.
But yes, I want to hear the authentic reviews, y'all. Please keep them coming. We appreciate y'all. The support is amazing. The engagement has been insane on the page. I don't know if y'all seen that.
There you go.
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Y'all have really been supporting and showing up for us. So we really, 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 really appreciate y'all, because there's nothing like working hard and seeing the results pay off. So yes.
Listen, we love y'all. Keep up the good work. Keep making us laugh, making us mad, making us angry.
Right.
It's good content. Listen. So wait. Michelle said invite her to your church. Yeah, you got to come to the church to sing. You sing in church? You sing in church?
A little bit now.
All right. Now, you know my wife can sing, so y'all we can teach you a hymn or two or something.
Yes.
When you come to Capitol Heights, then we gonna let you come up there. You know, I'm an impromptu. The way I act on the reviews, that's how I be acting in church.
Okay, so church is a little bit up. Okay, yeah, no, I will for sure come out.
And we gonna bring Noel to Bible study too, because Noel needs.
They gonna be like, let us pray for you, Noel.
Bring the oil, bring the sheets, bring it all.
Literally.
Thank you. So what do you want me to call me? You want me to call you Amber or Noel? Which one you?
I've gotten so used to Noel, it's insane. I'm like, hi, I'm Noel. Everything is Noel.
Ladies and gentlemen, Noel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Keep up the good work, and we love you, man.
Thank y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night.
See y'all. Deontay with Deontay's Reviews. We out. Like, tag, comment, share, subscribe. Y'all know where to find me. I ain't hard to find. But I'll see y'all in the comments. We out. Thank you, Noel.